Hello and welcome. I am the Restless Kaiser.
And I'm the Blundering Bishop.
But together we are
Modelling for Advantage. We did alright.
Mate, you've got it nailed. You've been on the channel several times now.
4 times.
4 times?
It's my 4th time.
So you've done a thing.
I have done a thing.
You've spent some money.
I've been shopping.
Been shopping.
And I've bought...
Toilet rolls.
I bought...
hand sanitizer.
87 toilet rolls.
Yeah.
14 bottles of hand sanitizer, because apparently when the apocalypse comes, the new Mad Max style currency will be toilet roll.
Mate, it's a fact.
So we actually get our toilet roll online from a place called Who Gives a Crap. And that's recycled toilet roll, and we had a massive box of 80 arrive the other day, so we're feeling particularly smug at the moment.
Reused toilet roll?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm not sure I care about the environment enough.
That's enough to reuse someone else's.
So you got a thing?
So I bought a thing. I bought Cruel Seas, which is... So people who've been watching will have seen us play Black Seas.
Black Seas, yeah.
Which
you do not...
It's Warlord Games Napoleonic Naval Combat. This is Warlord Games World War II Naval Battle Game. It's a starter set, as they're very keen for you to find out on
Big yellow sticker, yeah.
And it's motor torpedo boats fight for domination of the seas in this all-action starter game. So it's World War II setting, English and Nazi starter set, and we're going to crack it open today.
We are, because I know you like that new box thing.
I love the new box smell. So we're going to have a bit of a brief interlude while you all get to watch me open the box and then smell the box.
Smell the box.
So I hope that works for you all. So take a seat, here we go. Man.
So this came out about a year ago, I think.
Okay.
While you were opening the box. It came out before the the Black Seas that we played. And it is World War II, but it's the boats, not the ships.
Right.
This is about, you know, men in woolly jumpers in the North Sea firing machine guns at high speed.
And actually on the front there is a man in a woolly jumper.
A man in a woolly jumper. You see, that's how you got to see
throwing a grenade at some Germans in woolly jumpers, presumably Hugo Boss woolly jumpers.
I bet the Germans have got leather coats,
Leather coats.
Leather coats, yeah.
So the back has got a very large bit of text, which I'm not going to read out, but it's a 1 to 300 scale tabletop game.
That's 6 mil, by the way.
6 mil?
6 mil, yeah.
Recreating the swirling naval dogfights taking place on the seas around the world in the dark days of the Second World War. You've got your nice contents. You get a fair bit of kit in here.
It's quite heavy, isn't it?
It is a heavy box, which is always satisfying. And you've got 10 ships, which is nice. We've got British Vosper MTB Type 1s and British Vosper MTB Type 2s. Efficient naming, I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
And German E-boats. What's an E-boat, Kaiser?
An E-boat is a German motor patrol boat.
Right, what is it like?
I don't know what the E stands for,
Is it like an E-class Mercedes?
I think it's not quite as stylish.
Okay. Right, here we go, folks.
Here we go. Have a sniff. Oh, beauty.
It's good. There's hints of, I'm not sure. No, hints of smoke.
Hints of smoke?
Hints of smoke.
You mean like from the bag of asbestos fibres that you get?
From the bag of asbestos fibres you get. Okay, this is an exciting looking box.
This smoke is smokier than the stuff we got in Cruel Seas. It's grey, not white smoke, which I think is quite interesting. All right, we get some smoke.
Right, so Warlord, for those of you who don't know, put a packed buy ticket in their boxes for you.
If you've got a complaint, we know it was Vass.
Well, no, this one's been packed by Mirala, Borna and Vass. So they're sharing some blame at the Warlord factory if things go wrong.
Bits.
Right, so you get a big bag of dice and some proper dice in this one. I don't know if you guys will remember the Black Seas video that had the world's smallest D6 in it.
And a cracker D6.
And yeah, there's no dodgy D3 in here.
Is there not?
There's not. So we can but look at that. There is a Nazi dice.
Balkan cross and a Nazi dice.
Right, so decent looking dice.
I'll have a roll on the dice while Mark gets the next thing out.
Nazi dice.
Mate, I think that this has got an activation sequence like Bolt Action. So you draw the dice from a bag to see who goes next.
Okay, so
rather than having that to windward thing.
So it's not I go, you go, but it's similar in that you draw.
I'm pretty sure that they're like Japanese and we've got the wrong things in this bag.
Excellent. Right, whose name is in this bag if we've got the wrong things? Borna. If you're watching, we don't mind you making a mistake. Thank you for packing our stuff.
I might be looking this the wrong way, but these look like Japanese.
They do look exceedingly Japanese.
And I think I'm turning Japanese. You see, they've just done a new game, which is bigger actions in the Pacific. Like the day you bought this, they announced a new game, which we're 100% going to do. That's like battleship, cruisers, aircraft carriers.
We'll do both. I have to say though, I don't know what's on the British dice. These Japanese dice, you're going to struggle to see this on camera, are amazing.
They are nice.
They look very, very cool. I've got some cards here. So I've got some flags, which is nice.
There's some flags.
But and one of our big complaints about Black Seas was that the cards were a bit flimsy, but these seem...
You reckon these are better?
These seem better quality.
Because they did this first.
Yeah, they're thicker and just feel a bit more substantial. So...
Yeah, I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
There's a lot of dice there. We've got more Japanese ones than German ones as well, I notice.
Yes.
I think there's definitely some packing errors with this one.
There should be some Britishes there. I'm going to get in touch with Warlord. I'm sure they'll fix it.
Always do.
They're very good at it. You get in touch with a customer service and they usually just send you out a replacement of the thing you need.
So you got your stat cards, tells you the type of boat, hit points, additional equipment, that's something to look forward to, and then it looks like it's got a turn angle 30 degrees, 45 degrees, that's very similar to Black Seas.
I think so, yeah.
So that looks standard.
You just don't have to worry about the wind.
That's enough of the boring stuff. Let's get to sprues.
Let's get to sprues.
Sprues. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprues. One each for the big ships, it looks like.
That is a big boat. So by making these in 6mm, these are quite substantial.
So I'd say these are the big German boats.
These are the S-boats.
Yeah. E-boats.
And this is... No, these are... Yeah, so these two are identical.
And then I've got 2 medium-sized boats. They look identical.
These are British, so they're very broad-beamed. These are the Vosper class MTBs. Yep. That's these. We'll get some stills of these for you to have a peek at. Yeah.
And then I've got one more.
Then, is that not another one of those? Yeah, that's another one of those. Yeah, there's 2 boats here, Mark.
Oh, they're not front and back. I see.
So there's 2 boats on each of these. These 2 are identical, and these 3 are identical. So you've got 3. This will be 3 heavier types. And 3 lighter types.
And then
they're torpedo markers.
Torpedoes.
You get your tin fish in the water.
It comes with plastic torpedoes. Comes with 16 of those. That's nice.
Yeah. None of these boats can be hit by torpedoes.
Right.
Because they're far too shallow draft.
Oh. So
I think you have objectives.
You do.
Like a tanker.
So I saw a tanker card.
There's a tanker card. There you go.
It's 85 hull points. That seems like a lot. And interestingly, so Black Seas, the tokens by the ships are hard to keep track of. In here you put your status markers on the card. So it has one for fire status, crew status, rudder status. So if you take a rudder hit, like you did 17 times in our last Black Seas game, you could put your rudder marker straight on the card. I
realised we were doing Black Seas wrong, by the way.
We were doing...
There's little flags.
I'm sure everyone has realised we were doing Black Seas wrong.
There's little flags. And there's little tokens of those flags.
Oh.
So you've got the yellow and red striped one. There's a little token you put on the ship card.
Right.
And a flag you put on the ship's mast.
Yeah, it seems sensible, doesn't it?
Yeah, we didn't appreciate that. And there's probably something very similar here.
So we've got some lovely blue plastic explosion markers.
Yeah, so they have these in bolt action. They use them for pins to indicate like suppression effect on the unit. But I think in this, they represent shell splashes. And so if you keep shooting at something and keep missing, your chance to hit improves as they're laying on. I could be completely wrong, by the way. That's just like a cursory glance at some reviews. But from memory, that's what seemed to be what it was.
Okay, that sounds good.
So that's interesting, because often, you know, you get that whole kind of, I've got a 5 to hit, and you just keep missing all game. I think that doesn't happen in this game.
Do you think it goes down by 1 every time or something?
I wouldn't want to commit to that, but something of that nature, it improves as you continue to pour fire into it.
Right. Yeah. Then we've got the return of the horrible red counters from Black Seas. Now, you've watched the other videos, guys. These are rubbish. They don't stay on the card. They're really flimsy. And please, Warlord, just give us something slightly better. It will cost like 4p more.
But they make them out of plastic. I think maybe we look at coloured paper clips or something. I think if they were longer, it would be better. They just as soon as we moved at all the map,
they're basically paper clips.
Yes.
And they just don't work. So you get the same paper C-mat, I think, as Black Seas, almost exactly.
Yeah. And it doesn't have the edging on it.
No, so that's a bit better.
There's a little bit more of it.
It looks good. So we'll...
Nice paper mat.
Our first few games we'll have on that, I think.
Maybe, although...
Maybe the first game.
Maybe the first game,
just to keep it out of the box.
Yeah.
Again, cardboard islands, got a little few planes, some objective markers. Fairly good. I mean, we're not going to keep them long term, but definitely decent.
Yeah. I mean, with the decision to play Cruel Seas has come the decision that we can't keep playing on this paper mat with bits of cardboard.
No, quite.
I've always liked naval games, sort of in spirit, but often they're very cumbersome, the rules.
Yeah.
Or the gameplay is poor. But these Warlord ones seem quite fairly straightforward. If we're going to play them, we're going to get a proper mat and get some islands and stuff built.
Definitely. So we have got a very, very helpful quick start guide, which is assembly and painting. And when I say assembly, actually there aren't that many bits.
No, compared to you don't. When I say you don't have to rig these, technically they will have masts.
They do all have a mast,
and they would have had rigging.
The German ones don't have any masts, it looks like.
They're a bit more modern, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Navy hung on to masts for a very long time. They kind of came back with radar anyway, but actually when in the early days of the advent of steam, they didn't entirely want to rely upon steam.
But if you're going to flog someone, you have to have a mast.
Oh, I see. You need to be able to put him before the mast.
So you do, otherwise you're not,
that'll be what it was.
It's recreational flogging if you don't have a mast, isn't it?
Oh, I see. It's not discipline.
No.
It's just hobbies.
It's just a fun Friday evening. So they look very easy to put together. The main hull is one piece, as you said.
Yeah.
And then you just stick in a couple of bits on top.
And was it right? It's two different boats on each sprue, isn't it?
It is. So the British Vosper sprue has got a Type 2 and a Type 1 on it.
Type 2 and a Type 1? Yeah.
So you've got 2 of each of those, I think. No, 3 each of those.
3 each of those, yeah.
And then the German sprues have got the S100 and the S38 class hull on the same one. And then it's got a handy painting guide at the back, and it's basically painting it in shades of grey.
Oh yeah,
with a wash, as far as I can see.
Or if you want to go mental, you can paint like dazzle patterns and stuff on the side. I think that's the first one.
Can't see that happening. So 990 light grey, 987 medium grey, 836 London grey, 989 sky grey. But then things get crazy. 872 chocolate brown.
Chocolate brown, mate.
There you go.
Is that for the deck?
That is for the wooden elements.
The wooden elements, mate.
And the lifeboat.
So, and the lifeboat.
Also,
interestingly, you've got... I'm thinking that there's different weapon options here. I might be wrong, but they definitely... I've seen on their website, they make metal bits, so you can have variants of that. You can buy a sprue or a strip of little metal weapons to make slightly different versions of these to give you different combinations.
It looks like every single thing on the sprue goes on the ship.
Okay.
As far as I can tell
from
the
vanilla versions.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's probably an option later, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So they look pretty easy to make.
They do. So they do. Less parts and no masts to rig.
No masts. No sails. So super gluing the sails to the Black Sea ships was torture. There's no sails here, and although it says 4 different shades of grey, in reality these are going to get Mechanica standard grey. They're going to get washed in Nuln Oil, and then they're going to get dry brushed in something a bit brighter. Okay. And then they'll be ready to go.
But that's going to be these ones.
Right.
Because you're going to be the Britishers today.
I am. So we're swapping. I don't have to be the French.
You don't have to be the
Germans.
No, I will take the Kriegsmarine.
I get to be...
You get to be the British. But I did notice, because you just had a quick start guide there, and I've just a quick peek at the rulebook. But one of the things that I liked about this when I first saw it was I like the consistency of the art style. It's got that kind of like Warlord comics from when I was a kid.
It's almost like a black and white film or something about the war, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. With the font and the style, and it looks very much like a kind of wartime poster.
It does, yeah.
And I like that kind of theming for me.
We need you.
You? We need you. That's the kitchen with the big mustache. Absolutely. Yes. So yeah, look, just looking inside, it's got that. It's because that's what we're doing, isn't it? We're not refighting World War II. We're having daring do of salty seamen raiding the German coast.
This guy's got a pipe and
killing
beard.
Nazis. He's got a pipe and a machine gun, mate. That's about going to war in a manly sort of way.
I shall be playing all of the games with a pipe. I won't be smoking it because I just can't stand it.
I do have a pipe. You can.
Excellent. I'll be holding a pipe and using it to point at things.
Using it to point at things. Ah, look at that
scenario.
Yeah, I just love the look and feel of it before I've played it, and that for me, like with the Napoleonic stuff, Black Seas would needed to have been a bad game for me not to want to play it.
Definitely.
Because the romance of the tall ship and, scurvy.
Yeah.
Death by flogging.
There's nothing like
There's nothing like it, mate.
Bit of scurvy to really make something exciting. And what's more exciting
ramming the fist down the throat of a German U-boat commander is what every British boy of my generation wished they had been old enough to do.
Well, and interestingly, all the pictures of the Germans make them look just slightly evil.
Well, clearly.
Whereas the British guys are all sort of manly and rugged. The Germans are ill-favoured and evil-looking throughout.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I might take on a slightly menacing look while I'm doing this.
They're very menacing.
Menacing, mate. Well, the sinister U-boat commanders, aren't they?
But surely it's ridiculous to wear a leather coat on the deck of a very low draft ship, because you're just going to get soaked, and then the leather is going to go hard, and it's just going to be a leather care nightmare.
But it's a Hugo Boss black leather, full leather coat, mate.
If I had that, I'd wear it everywhere.
You'd be just like, mate, where do I sign up to be that part of the armed forces? I want one of them.
Or one of those coats. So it must say in here somewhere, loose lips sink ships.
Well, that is a fact.
Because that was my nan's favourite wartime saying that she used to tell me.
Which you don't remember, because neither of us are actually that old. Falklands War, maybe.
No, but she used to tell me when I was a kid that that's what they said in the war. Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah.
So she was about 25 at the time the Second World War broke out.
Right.
So she was in her young adulthood and would tell me all the time that loose lips sink ships. I didn't know what she meant.
No.
I thought she was trying to sink the ships.
Right.
It was a bit daring.
It was like advice.
Yeah, it was like about
no, of course, no, it says advice. Yeah. All right.
This rule book looks of a similar high quality to the Black Seas one. So it's got some nice background, some decent pictures. Look, this guy's weathered his ship with a little bit of rust.
So you're setting the bar quite high.
I'm not doing that. I'm just saying
we won't be doing that. We won't be doing that. We got these flags with the dice. We've got all the bits. Look, this looks great.
It does.
I think we've been waffling away. We're going to have some North Sea combat.
We are.
We won't be painting these anytime soon because you can't actually torpedo any of these ships. Look to see some Cruel Seas in the not too distant future. It's not going to take long to get some paint on these, is it?
Not at all.
It's like put together in about half an hour, mate.
I have to say I'm quite busy at the minute because I just got a dog.
You got a dog, mate? Mm-hmm. You have 2 children and a wife. Where do you have time for a dog?
Well, the problem with my dog is it only responds to commands in Spanish. It's an Espanol.
Oh! He got me with an equally bad joke last time.
Bang.
All right, guys, that was our look at Cruel Sea. There'll be some stills. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Please remember to like, comment, share or subscribe this video, and if you are buying new games or new miniatures, please consider following our affiliate link to Wayland Games. It gives us a little bit of kickback and helps fund other projects for the channel. Thank you for watching.
Is it, so you think it's...
I'm not just looking at it the wrong way and it's something obviously British.
You think it's like dice in the cup, like a sort of 70s swinger party? Or bolt action, whichever your frame of reference is.
Yeah.
Know your boat, look at that, that's nice. Cool, this looks really good. They just... No, that is the Royal Navy dice. We were unfair to
Is it?
It's a moustache with a gun under it, I think. That's the Japanese one. I can't really tell. It definitely looks like a moustache, a machine gun.
Now that you come to mention it, there's a moustache, a rifle, and a... What? I mean...
What the fuck is it, a crown? I can't tell.